Silence comes before understanding, before language, before memory. Inside that silence, the human brain learned one rule: survive. Not to flourish, not to feel fulfilled, not to seek happiness, just survive. Every system inside you was shaped around that single objective, and that instinct still whispers beneath your thoughts today. It is why humans often move away from the very things they say they want, not because they are broken, but because happiness feels unfamiliar, and the unfamiliar feels dangerous. The brain does not prioritize joy. It prioritizes predictability. Long ago, predictability meant safety. Knowing what would happen tomorrow meant staying alive. So the brain learned to trust what is known, even if it is painful. Familiar suffering can feel strangely comfortable. A person raised in chaos may feel uneasy in calm. One raised without affection may feel suspicious of love. Misery makes sense. Peace does not. When happiness appears, the mind scans for threats, not to ruin joy, but to prevent future pain. This is where sabotage begins, not as self-hatred, but as protection. Many people sabotage happiness because it contradicts the story they learned about themselves. If you grew up invisible, criticized, or abandoned, you carry beliefs about being unworthy or unlovable. Identity is defended at all costs, so the mind may destroy happiness rather than update the story. Pain becomes familiar, familiar becomes safe. Safe feels preferable to unknown joy. Happiness also requires responsibility. Misery allows excuses. Growth, effort, and choices can feel heavy. Power feels heavier than powerlessness, so the mind clings to being stuck, even when it hurts. Humans carry a built-in negativity bias. Pain leaves deeper marks than pleasure. Loss feels heavier than gain. This once kept our ancestors alive, but today it creates constant scanning for what might go wrong. Even in good moments, the mind rehearses disaster. If I succeed, I will fail. If I love, I will be hurt. Anxiety drives early withdrawal. Control feels safer than hope. Repetition reinforces sabotage. We unconsciously recreate the emotional environments of childhood, drawn to chaos, unavailable partners, or drama. We hope this time it will be different. But patterns repeat. Each repetition reinforces the belief that happiness is impossible. Calm feels empty. Peace feels unfamiliar. So we stir trouble, overthink, and destroy the good. Grief and old losses drive sabotage too. Dreams unfulfilled, love lost, versions of ourselves never realized. Shallow happiness feels safer than deep. Another force is the belief that happiness must be earned, that suffering is a prerequisite. Happiness without struggle feels undeserved, so we push it away. At the deepest level, happiness requires presence. Presence means feeling: joy, sadness, shame, anger, loneliness. Many distract, numb, and stay busy because silence is where truth lives, and truth can hurt. But numbness blocks pain and joy alike. Life becomes muted, not deeply miserable, not deeply alive, just existing. Self-sabotage is not proof you are broken. It is proof your nervous system is trying to protect you with outdated instructions. Those instructions once kept you alive. Healing is not becoming a new person. It is teaching your system that safety can exist without chaos. Calm is not a threat. Love does not always disappear. Good things do not need to be destroyed to be controlled. You will still fall into old patterns. That does not mean failure. It means learning. Slowly. Gently. Happiness is not constant bliss. It is the ability to stay present when things are good, without bracing for collapse. Humans sabotage happiness because it is unfamiliar territory. But unfamiliar does not mean impossible. It means unexplored. An exploration is what humans have always done. Not perfectly, not quickly, but persistently. The real question is not, why do I sabotage myself? The question is, what am I trying to protect myself from? And what would happen if I slowly taught myself that I am safe, even when life feels good? That question is where the journey out of self-sabotage begins.